the front. And it may seem a little excessive that we're doing so many movements for the shoulders, but it's really not. The shoulders are a complex unit that does a lot of work for the body. Taking the time to really get tensions out of the shoulder. One more time in each direction. Slow down the motion, slow down the movements. And then the other way. Reach out on both sides. Straighten the spine, and then walk the fingers away from the body and see how far away they can go before we feel a full stretch across the top of the body. Up and over. Reaching out more and more. And then the other side. Unwind. Hands on the knees and fold. We should be able to feel this stretch go all the way down to the hips. All the way around. Use the elbows, use the shoulders, use the wrist, use the muscles of the core to go all the way around. So if you've noticed that your hips are coming up off the mat, just go ahead and pull those back down. Leave those down and use the arms to take the spine all the way around. Releases go all the way through the body, hips, knees, and beyond, and then come on back. We'll get to unwind the legs and open those up out in front of you. So make your body nice and long on the mat. Yeah. Straighten up the spine. Good. Practicing a posture that brings a correct alignment to the spine. When we have a posture with correct alignment, we can get much clearer signals from the brain to the nervous system than the rest of the body. Exactly, all of it really, because the whole nervous system is inside that spine. So inhale, rise up. Fold into Padahastasana and breathing there for a few breaths. Keep reaching until we feel arms, legs, spine, shoulders become active. And then we're using the breath to move the belly button in and out of the body. Maybe we can't see, but we can feel the motion of the belly going in and out, out and in. Maybe we fold the body in half a little more if we have more capacity to do this after breathing fully. Inhale, come on up, and then climbing up into tabletop. So allow the hands to go behind us, feet come down, and then reverse tabletop, lifts and lowers the body. Staying up or down in our own way. Strong legs and arms holding us up, resting anytime you like. Gentle strengthening just by holding here. Inhale, rise it up. Exhale, bring it down and through into our tortoise pose. Good. Inhale. Exhale, release. Sweep down and then walk all the way over to the left or right side. Twist, lift the belly button up into the body. With each breath, feel that every organ is going into the twist, every muscle, every vertebrae. The other side. Which side might need a little more time? Rise up. On the exhale, sweep down, folding the legs in half one more time. We have just a few strengtheners to do here. So part one, bring the legs apart. Hang on like we did in our reverse tabletop, but let the legs fall down. This is another spinal twist, but we get the whole body involved. So let your feet go just about mat widths apart and then fall down. We should have enough room for the legs to come all the way down if they want. And notice how we feel on one side versus the other side. Very good. Back to center. Let one foot be in the corner of the mat. And then arrange the body on the mat so that the other foot almost comes into the other corner of the mat. Now, if we bring our legs apart like this, and that doesn't feel good, fix the body, arrange the limbs in a way that feels supportive for us. Breathing all the way, walk down the length of the legs, reaching out for the feet and holding the body. It might be a little tender, it might be totally fine. Feel it out. If there's soreness, take your time. Hold. Let the foot, bottom of the foot come in on one side. And here's the time when we do want the foot to connect with the leg. So if your leg is kind of like out here, just bring it into the point where you can connect with the foot. Then we'll have no trouble lifting and lowering the body. If we have a more compact unit, inhale, rise. Exhale, twist. Inhale, fold. Exhale, reach. Good. Come on up. And on the exhale, bring it down and rise. Change to the other side. Close, very good. Same sequence, feel the spine grow. Lift the belly button up into the body and lift up the pelvic floor so that the entire musculature of the core becomes very active. And then fold, twist, and reach. Maybe we deepen by bringing the elbows down. Maybe we deepen just by walking out with the fingers away from the body just a little more. Make a long rainbow arc and then reach up. One. Feet together, bottom of the feet together. Part one, elbows connect with the knees. And then gently coax the knees down. We may rock it side to side. If you're hearing like release in your bones, just keep breathing in and out, out and in. Send the breath all the way through the body. Next, we can clasp the feet and bring the feet close into the body so we have a comfortable connection between hands and feet. And then up and down, down and up. Taking our time so we can keep nourishing the cells with oxygen. We can keep straightening the muscles and lubricating the bones with this little technique. Yes. Squeeze. And release. Good. Squeeze. And release. Nice work. Inhale, rise up, making the legs comfortable, and then we twist in a different way. So when we rise up, hands to the heart, allowing the opposite elbow to come to the knee. So it doesn't have to touch, because normally when we touch, we're in easy pose, but it's going in that direction. It's a deep twist. No forcing it. It's going that way. The other side. We're at the advanced level to do the twist and butterfly. So it feels however it feels. Just let your body be the one to just like tell us how much is enough. Back to center. Make a nice big breath, keeping the mind on the breath. And then hands to the bottom of the feet and really take the time to use the thumbs, to use pressure, or so that every part of the bottom of the foot makes contact with the hands, gets a little bit of pressure. The area underneath the toes, we have the edge of the foot, the arch, the heel. Keep going. Inhale. And on the exhale, we'll change positions of the body. So notice the energies that's coming up from the little acupressure that we did. How does it feel? I can still feel like the bottom of my feet is kind of like vibrating from that. But now we're ready to change position by bringing legs behind us and arms out in front of us. So changing into that tabletop position. Good. Getting comfortable on the mat. Make sure the whole body's covered. So if your toes are kind of like hanging out, make sure it's covered. Round and flex. Flex and round. Cat and cow. Moving the belly in and out. Take your time. Good. Look down at your knees and bring the knees just about mat width apart. Push back and stretch all the way into child pose. pounding ourselves to bring enough breath into the body that we can expand the sides, front and back of the body all at once. Make the arms stretch very long too. Keep walking out with the fingers and allowing the head to relax. Inhale, lifting up, bring the legs together and down. Rise up, look over the shoulder on one side, and then the other side. Lift up the chin, lift the neck, good. Back to center. Push back, and then bring the elbows down for our puppy pose. So puppy pose should be nice and comfortable at this time. Look down and see your own knees. Knees should be just about hips width apart. Push the hips back and up into the air and let the spine come down. Inhale, and then rise up. Good. Extend the leg and just kind of leave the leg there in the air for a little while. Let the extension grow, and then working our way over to the other side. Extend. Very good. One more time on each side. Keep growing and lengthening the breath. And then come on down, lining back up into tabletop. And we're ready to do some strengtheners here. So bring the leg just to that level of the shoulders, just to that level of the hips and shoulders, and go all the way around. The other side, the other direction. Steadying ourselves by bringing hands right underneath the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips. When both directions are complete and we can feel large muscles of the hips and legs showing fatigue, sweep the leg forward and come into a humble warrior pose that will really stretch the hips and back body. Lower the head in humble warrior, just getting a little more realistic about that vibration of humility. Press the hands actively into the ground so that the arms can experience a stretch. Open up the arm and reach up toward the ceiling. Release the other side. Very good. Bring it down. And then the leg that's behind us, tuck the toes there, and rise up into our low lunge. Gentle strengthening. Make it a deep hip stretch. Maybe we make a tent out of the hand so that we're not putting pressure and stress on the wrist. When we're ready, we can climb down, let the knee come down, tops of the feet come down, and then reaching up into Ajnayasana. So hips down and the spine arches back. release, and walk with the hands, straightening out the front leg. Great work, very good. Flex and point the foot, or maybe you just hold in a nice stillness. Let that go. Rest in child's pose again before we do that same full sequence on the other side. So let's push back. This time in child's pose, let's do a full expression where the feet go out and the arms also go back. Fill up the back of the body with air. Let everything grow heavy on the mat. Hold the hands up underneath the shoulders. Up with a breath, we're rising up and we're making our way into tabletop again. Reach up, we're on the opposite side. Leg to that level of the hips and shoulders. Yeah. And then that's why I always start on the right so I can remember what I did. So that just makes it easier. Bring it all the way around. Slow motion movement. It really takes a lot of strength to lift and circle one leg like this. So giving ourselves time, knowing that we're growing stronger with every rotation, with every breath. And when we're ready, sliding that leg forward. Humble warrior brings us down into the spinal stretch, let it be a neck stretch. Allowing ourselves to deeply stretch, breathe, and rest. Imagine air going through the nose and all the way down the front of the body. Then we're ready to open up. So on this first side, we reached out and just kind of stayed there. Second side, hide the hand behind the back and look up. Bring your eyes to the ceiling. Notice that it's a deeper spinal stretch. It's a deeper twist. Inhale, come on up. Change to the other side in a slow motion movement. Bring it behind us. Very good. Inhale. And bring it down. Ajnayasana will rise up. Good. Clasp the hands together and then sink down. Make sure we have enough room between two legs to really sink down. Unwind. Good. And then push back with the hips and forward with the front leg, even flexing the foot. So we have a nice long stance here. Bringing the legs as far apart as we like. Maybe if we can bring like a pillow underneath the hips, it would feel good here in half Hanuman. Keep breathing. Great work. Bring it back. Hip circles. Let's work any kinks that we might have out of the hips by bringing them down all the way and then all the way around. Use the whole entire body to make hip circles happen. Notice how the spine responds to this. Very good. Come on up one more time. And then we're rising up. Let the hands go to the sacrum with a big breath. So inhale, rise. Bringing the hands down to the sacrum, and it's a gentle back bend here in Little Thunderbolt. Come on up, straightening the spine, and then half camel pose on both sides. Right hand to the right heel, opening up the ribs, lungs, and chest with a back bend. The other side. Slowly coming out and connecting those opposite sides. Release. Let that go. And then changing the direction of the body. One more time here, coming all the way down to the mat. So again, if we need to adjust the mat to be comfortable here, and use the whole entire mat for tall bodies to come down. We're strengthening here, so it's important for us to be at ease and to stay at ease. So making a pillow, I like to bring hands together with the elbows. Make a pillow for the forehead, fold the legs, and let windshield wiper go behind the body. So side to side. Back to center. Rising up just enough so that we can reach into the opposite side. So my left hand is going to go right foot. It's a cross stretch. We can stretch the leg in. We can lift the leg up. We can rest the head and neck. And breathe. So feel the sensations of cross stretch going through the body. It's a stretch for the muscles and joints, but it's also a stretch for the organs at times to reach across the body like this. So whatever we're feeling is natural for us in this moment. Release. The other side. 1, 2, 3. We might lift the leg and stretch the shoulder. We might kick away with the leg or coax the leg in with the arm. Experiment and see how we can make cross stretch work for us within our own bodies. Release, let that go and rest. Slide the hands underneath the shoulders, getting comfortable enough so that the whole entire body's on the mat. Bring the elbows in and we're pushing up into Sphinx pose. Sphinx pose leaves the elbows close to the mat, but lifts up the entire upper body to the belly button, and then slow motion movement come back down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, let it go. One more time. This time making the body even more compact by bringing the elbows, legs in, pushing up. Notice how the shoulders respond to this. Beautiful. Open up the arms to large letter T. Right hand slides underneath the left, and it's a twist that goes all the way into the other side. Close, come into second side. Opening up. Close. And back to center. Here we're resting the forehead again and working into the legs. So gentle strengtheners, remembering to take all the time we need, being super gentle with the body. Rest the head, lift the legs. If it's 1 inch, that's good enough. If it's 5 inches, that's good enough. Whatever the body wants and needs. And then start to kick from the hips, lifting our own body weight, strengthening with a very simple motion. Kick from the hips with long, strong legs. And then release, let that go. Very good. Slide the hands up underneath. Push back, change directions by bringing the spine down to the mat now. So the other side of the body is coming down. And of course, we have our work and strengtheners to do here. So let's get comfortable. Keep lying down in a full resting position until we can feel and sense that we're at ease. We can feel that the body is starting to relax. Keep going with that sensation. Keep going with letting go of all the effort. The legs and hug those legs into the body, rocking side to side. We're massaging the sacrum. We're rotating the hips and knees. Place the legs, the feet down and the legs up, and then push up into yoga bridge, please. Lifting up, getting the heels in alignment so that we can just reach the fingertips. And if this feels good and right in the body, go ahead and use the hands to lift up that middle of the body. Release. Hug the legs in again. And then extend yoga bicycles. challenging ourselves to take all the time we need. Change directions, go the other way. Go into that counterclockwise circles. That makes us feel the asana even just a little bit more. Good. One more time in the forward direction. One more set. Slow motion movement, counterclockwise circles. Expand the range. Expand the movement. Bring it down. And feet down. Bring the arms high above the head and allow the feet to come together in Supta Baddha Konasana. Very good. Let's come together one more time and then clasp the hands together and allow the hands to go behind the neck. So let the hands come together, make a pillow for the head, and rest the base of the skull inside the hands. Base of the skull, top of the neck, extend the legs. Two legs become one, and then we're just gently lifting and lowering the legs. Feel how lifting up to look down the length of our own body really allows us to feel the strengthening aspects of this asana. We're resting anytime you like. If we do a few repetitions and then we feel the fatigue, we can rest there. And then jump back in. So lifting, we don't have to lift all the way to 90 degrees. And we don't have to go all the way down to the mat to get the full effects of strengthening. We can just relax anytime we like. Fold, allow one leg to fold, tip of the toe goes to the knee, and then take the opposite hand and bring it down. Let the spine twist. Maybe we're massaging the hips. Through center, two fingers go in between the toes, extend. Big toe pose on that body. Rest the head and neck, or support the head and neck with one hand, and then open up out to the side. Feel a long, expansive stretch going all through the hips, legs, and side of the body. Release, let that go. And let's prepare to do the same thing on the other side. So adjusting the body just for comfort. Fold the leg, tip of the toe comes to the knee. 1, 2, 3. Bring it down to twist. We might bring a hand to the sacrum and massage that area. We might let the arm rest high above the head. Unwind and let's go into big toe pose. 2 fingers, extend. Release, allow the long leg to go out to the side of the body. It's a 90-degree stretch, bringing the leg to that level of the hips. And maybe we make a kickstand for the leg, or maybe we rest it all the way on the floor. Inhale, come on up. Once again, taking both legs, hugging those into the body, but this time put the hands underneath the knees and start rolling like a ball. Massaging the spine, strengthening core muscles. We don't need to come all the way up. We're just massaging the spine and doing gentle strengthening. When we feel that we're complete here, cross the legs just as we would in our easy pose. Reach through all the way and then coax the legs into the body. Unwind and let that go. Last but not least, we're doing ab slide. So saving kind of like one of our top strengtheners for last, we're walking the feet into the body, staying easeful, staying thorough with the breath, staying gentle with our repetitions, placing the hands just at that level of the ankles and gently rolling up just the first few vertebrae and shoulders and then roll down. That small movement is enough to work all the way into core muscles to strengthen that important area of the body with no strain. Keep going until we can feel and sense that our movements are complete. We'll be able to feel muscles of the core respond to this. We'll be able to feel a gentle acceleration of the heartbeat that comes from our efforts. And when we can sense that the shoulders, spine, core are all working, we can rest there. We're ready to bring our rest. Close the eyes. Let the body come into a compact space where the arms and legs are together, where the breath is the focus of the mind. We're growing and expanding our breath throughout the body. And we do that most effectively by letting go